All right, everyone. So I decided that, people are always wondering what I do as a coach, or they're wondering, like, can you really make money? How much time is involved? Do I have to be on social media all the time? Like, is this something that could benefit me? So, what I wanted to do was come into our community because there are so many of you in here, and I just wanted to go over all of those things. But the first thing I wanted to start with is my story and how I got into coaching. So, years prior, probably back in 2010, I think it was. I was looking to lose weight. I had a lot of weight to lose. I was over 200 pounds. And I actually saw an infomercial for 21 Day Fix, which is now the new Portion Fix. And it's funny, it was on an infomercial then. And I was like, yes, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do it. The workouts came with it. I followed the modifier because, like I said, I was overweight. And, it's funny when I see pictures, like I don't even remember that necessarily, but I know that I was very uncomfortable in my skin. I was very insecure. I had been a person who, was a yo-yo dieter that would go and do the latest fad diet, try to lose weight as fast as I could, do crash diets, crazy things, just because I was trying to lose the weight, like nothing sustainable. So I did 21 Day Fix. I did one round of it. I lost some weight. I decided to do another round of it. I lost more weight, and I continued doing that. From there, I went into a lot of different Shaun T programs because, if you know him, if you've done his workouts, he's super supportive, energetic, over the top, with his energy and the way that he delivers the workout. So I started with hip hop abs. I was doing that at the school that I worked at. I moved to Insanity. And, don't let something like an intense program like Insanity hold you back from trying it. If you think that, you're a beginner or you have, maybe a lot of weight on your body and you think it's going to be harder. Yeah, it was harder, but I followed the modifier and I loved that I was able to accomplish that program. And I just continued like moving through different programs. I would do really well and lose a lot of weight. And then I would kind of, the proverbial fall off the wagon and I would gain some back. And I kind of did this for a little while. I had somebody approach me back in, I think it was 2016. It was somebody that I taught classes with at the Y. And she's like, hey, you're already doing these programs. Do you want to be a coach? And I was like, I don't really know what that means, but sure. But at that point in time, I just didn't want to do, anything coach related. Like I was still focusing on my own journey. And honestly, in my head, I kept thinking, who is going to want to have me as their coach when I have a bunch of weight to still lose and I'm not, totally happy and content with my body right now. And so I did it for a few months and I was just like, this just isn't for me. And I just canceled. I still continued doing the programs. In the meantime, I was teaching more classes at the Y. I decided to go get P90X certified, which used to be a Beachbody program that you could get live instruction for. And then, I connected with the person who was my instructor for the certification, and she lives in Moon. And she, was really big in Beachbody. And she just kind of reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to join one of her challenge groups. And I think at that time it was for Lift 4. So I did a round of Lift 4 with her, loved it. I loved being a part of that community. Had never had anything like that before, like the kind of support, people cheering each other on, people lifting each other up. And then To Be Mindset came out. So I started doing that with her group. And I was just a part of the community at the moment. I just wanted to, be around all of these people that were so super supportive. And then Christmas came around and my coach, Cam, reached out to me and she said, hey, I don't want to pressure you, but Transform 20, Shanti's new program, is coming out in January. This would have been January 2019. And she said, I think you would do really well with coaching. You're already doing a lot of the things. You have, really good energy. I think that you would, be able to help people on their health and fitness journeys. You could sign up, get this really great deal on a challenge pack. And, what do you think? Immediately I was like, nope, not for me. Like, I don't want to do it. And then I thought about it, and I thought about it over Christmas break, and I talked to Dave, and he's like, well, how much is this? And I said, well, it's $160. So, I paid in 2019 what, some of you guys have paid now, and some of you have even gotten a better deal than I did in 2019. But he's like, why not? Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? You lose $160. He's like, you're going to do the workouts. Like, you love the workouts. So why not try it? And I was like, okay. So January 3rd, I messaged her and I said, I've given it some thought and I'm going to sign up as a coach. But I don't know that I'm actually going to do any kind of coaching. I just really want the deal right now. And she's like, yep, no problem. Sent me everything. By the evening of January 3rd. Now, granted, a few hours earlier, I was like, I don't want to do anything with coaching. By the evening of January 3rd, I was already reaching out to people because I was so excited. And I was like, I'm going to do this new program with Shanti, Transform 20. You want to do it with me? And people that I knew, friends, teachers, family members, they were like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Yeah, I would love to try it. And little did I know, I was doing the actions of a coach. Now, in my head, I was just, wanting people to come do this with me because I was like, I know whatever Shanti puts out is going to be a great program. I want you to try it. And that's honestly the foundation of coaching, is wanting to help other people reach their goals, sharing what you're doing with them, and them joining you. That is honestly the foundation. So if you're sitting there thinking like, I couldn't be a coach, it's not for me. Guys, if you love the programs that you're doing, if you're getting results, if you're having energy, if this has positively impacted your life and you've told other people, you've already taken the first steps of what us as coaches do. It is no different than going to a really good restaurant and then telling people about it. It's no different than finding a really great deal at the shoe store. It's no different than, when you go get your nails done and you rave on Facebook about like how awesome the person was, what a great job she did, or a hair salon, or, like a car dealership salesman. It's all the same. You are having a positive experience. Your life has somehow been changed and you are sharing it with other people because you want them to benefit from it the way it has benefited you. That's what I started doing. So I started reaching out to people, messaging some people. I created this post that I put on Facebook. I wasn't even on Instagram then. I was on Facebook, but Facebook I used for family pictures. I would put the kids' pictures on. I might put hey, I worked out today, and a sweaty selfie. That's what I did, but I didn't even have Instagram. So I was like, crap, I don't even have Instagram. Do I need that? I don't even know what to do. So I started an Instagram account because I was like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a whirl. And 2 weeks later was going to be Beachbody's first Super Saturday workout. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I feel like I need to be there. And Pittsburgh has a really big event. They are just one of the cities that bring in a lot of people. It was at a hotel in downtown Pittsburgh. I knew nobody else going. The only person that I knew going was my coach, Cam, which I had never met her in person before. When we did our P90X certification, it was via Zoom. When I talked to her, it was over the phone. It was through text message. I knew nobody else going. And a lot of people think I'm this big extrovert, but in situations like that where I knew nobody, I turn into an introvert really quick. So my cousin, Jessica, agreed to go with me. she's like, I'm just going to go and do the workout. Like, I'm not becoming a coach. Like, don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to come and do it. So when we got there, the very first like half of it was just for coaches. So she couldn't even come in with me. So she went and had breakfast at the hotel, and I am just wandering around this very large ballroom filled with hundreds of people who seem to know each other. Like, they're all talking, they're hanging out, and then there's me. And I'm just looking around and I'm like, I don't see anyone. I don't even see the one person that I kind of sort of know here. And I'm just like wandering and wandering. And finally I met the eyes of like a couple girls, and they were like, yeah, come sit down over here. So, very welcoming, super nice. And I sat there through that first session, and I was just blown away by this company, blown away by how people's lives had been changed, blown away by hearing all of these people's stories about how they retired from their jobs, from teaching, from their corporate jobs, from the medical field, you name it. They were so impacted by the income they had received that they were able to retire from their jobs and be coaches full time. And I'm like, hold up. I can do this full time. I'm like, I can get my workouts in. I can focus on my nutrition. I can then turn around and help other people do the same. And I can make money doing this. I was like, wait a second, because I didn't know anything about this business. I knew that I got a good deal on a challenge pack. That was it. I knew they had this really cool conference and a lot of people were there and it was very high energy. But I did not know about making any money. So I'm sitting there listening. I'm hearing all these people's stories. I'm meeting new people. Everybody was so nice, so welcoming. And then my cousin got to come back into the room and we did the Shaun T Transform 20 workout. And at the end of the event, I ended up, meeting my coach Cam. We met for the first time. It was really awesome. Guys, I came home and I was on cloud 9. Like, I walked in the door. I marched up to Dave and I was like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I am destined to be a Beachbody coach. I'm going to do this full time. This is it. And he's like, slow your roll. Like, you're not quitting your teaching job tomorrow. Pump the brakes. Because like in our relationship, I'm the person that like wants to dive right in immediately. He is the realist. He is the person who is the voice of reason. And he kind of like brings me back down to earth again when I need it. And I was like, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to do this. And just so you know, like, I will be doing this one day, full time. And he's like, I don't even know that you can make money doing this. He's like, I kind of think it's a pyramid scheme. Yes, he threw those words out. And I was like, it is not a pyramid scheme. And I'm like, oh my God, is it a pyramid scheme? Like, I'm like, unsure of what's going on because like I said, I didn't know much about it. I just kind of dove in like I do with a lot of things in my life. So I started doing research. I started, looking into everything and seeing that there was a legitimate business model in place to earn money. And honestly, guys, within the first month, I hit my first rank in the company, which the first rank in the company is called Emerald. And that is when you sign up one coach on your right leg and you sign up one coach on your left leg. So we have something called legs. And it's essentially like you're building teams underneath you. And I was like, oh my God, I hit Emerald. Like, I don't know what this means, but I hit Emerald. What Emerald means is that not only are you earning commission off of any products that you sell, but you earn a bonus for when you sign a coach up. You also earn something called a team bonus when you hit Emerald. So as soon as you hit that first benchmark, you start getting like a little percentage of the volume that's being built under your legs. That is not coming from your coaches. You're not taking any money away from anyone. That is actually being paid to you by Beachbody. It is their way of saying, hey, You are doing an awesome job by building a team, by bringing in other coaches who can then turn around and help more people. And it's like a ripple effect. I mean, think about it. If I have 2 coaches here and then they have 2 coaches and those people have coaches, you're helping all these people everywhere across the US, across Canada, the UK, France. Those are all of our countries currently. Start their health and fitness journey. Like, it is crazy. So Beachbody turns around and they award you for that. They give you a bonus. With that, you also get paid every single week. So that first week, I think I got like $100. And I was like, wait a second, I got $100 just for helping 2 people get started, like on their health and fitness journey. Really? I'm like, okay, not too bad. Like, I didn't even have to sweat. I didn't have to leave my house. I'm like, I didn't have to go work a shift somewhere. I didn't have to clock in and do so many hours. I'm like, I did that like sitting in my kitchen. And I was just like, wow, I'm like, this is crazy. So I need to find out more about this. But in the meantime, I just kept showing up on Facebook. And I was like, talking about the workouts I was doing. I was talking about my nutrition that I was following. I was, offering to help anyone if they needed help. I was pretty much just sharing, because guys, you don't have to be a social media expert. You don't have to be, talking on stories all day. You don't have to be posting all throughout the day. But what you need to do is you need to show up and just share what you're doing. Because here's the thing, how are people going to know what you're doing unless you talk about it? And that's what I did. I showed up every day and I talked about it. And what that showed people was that I was being consistent, that I was going to be there for them if they ever needed me. And that's what showing up daily also proves to everybody, is that I am consistent like you can't believe. And anyone that knows me knows that. I will show up every single flipping day. I will support you along the way. If you need me, I'm here. I'm not going to bug the heck out of you, but I am going to check on you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to link arms with you. I'm going to do all the things. So in the meantime, I start hearing about this big summer conference, which is called Summit. And this year's Summit was virtual. Next year's Summit is in St. Louis. And if you can go, it's the best weekend of your life. I just need to share. So I'm hearing about this summit and I'm like, I don't know what this entails, but everybody's raving about it. Like, people are talking about it. They're like, you have to be there. It was in Indianapolis. And I was like, okay, how can I swing this? The ticket, I think at the time, was $150. Well, what they threw out there was that they said, for new coaches, if you hit Success Club for 3 months in a row, it has now since been changed to make it a little easier. I'll go back to that. You will get a free ticket. Well, also, if you know me, I'm very competitive and I like to win things. And I was like, okay, what does the Success Club mean? How do I do it? And I'm earning this ticket. So what Success Club is, every time you help a person sign them up with a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. Or if you sign up a new coach, you get 2 Success Club points. And these accumulate every single month. They reset at the end of the month. You start over again with 0. So I had to hit Success Club 5, which meant I needed to help 3 people. So in January, I helped 3 people. In February, I helped 3 people. In March, I helped 3 people. And I got an email saying that I qualified for this free ticket. I was like, hot damn, I am going to Summit. And I had to pitch it in a way to Dave that I said, listen, I didn't have to pay that $150 for my ticket. I'll figure out how I'm getting there, where I'm staying, like all that stuff when the time comes. In the meantime, I'm just continuing to do the same things. I'm reaching out to some people. I'm showing up on, Facebook, a little bit more on Instagram, but still Instagram was new and a little scary. I didn't have that many friends on Instagram. And another incentive comes about. And we had to hit Success Club in a specific month, I think it was, and you would earn a meet and greet with super trainers. So Shaun T, Jericho, Joel, Chris Downing. I mean, there was a bunch of them. And I was like, I'm doing it. Well, I hit that goal and I won that meet and greet. Then there was something else where it was to earn a ticket for you and your friend to go to a tailgate party at the Indianapolis Colts Stadium that was like a private event. There would be super trainers there. And I was like, I'm doing that. So whatever it was, I can't remember, I hit that goal too. Like everything that was in front of me, I was just like, I'm going to keep going after it, going after it, going after it. And that's what I did. And when I got to Indianapolis, guys, I went into this summit event with one coach for my team, which was Caitlin. I think I only had 3 coaches at the time, so I took one. I was going there with people that had hundreds of coaches on their teams. Some of them 1,000 coaches on their teams. And I'm walking in with my one coach. I stayed in a hotel room with 3 girls that I had never met before in my life. They just happened to be like on my coach Cam's team, like our big team. I stayed with them. I mean, they're awesome. I still talk to them to this day. Caitlin stayed with somebody else. We were at the same hotel. We drove to Indianapolis. But guys, this event was amazing. You heard speakers. You got to go to breakout sessions. You did workouts with the super trainers. I did my meet and greet. I got to meet Shaun T. I got to meet Jericho, Chris Downing. I went to that party, which was incredible. And it was just all this stuff was happening. Like it was so much happening at one time. They had a Shakeology bar. Like there were the coolest people there. You got to hear people's stories about how, people came from, having to, declare bankruptcy and how they were now $1 million earners in the Legacy Club from coaching. How people, had eating disorders and were hospitalized because of it to a top 10 coach. I mean, just the stories, they made you smile, they made you cry, they made you dream big. And as I sat there, I was like, why not me? Like, why can't this be me? Because all of those people at one point started somewhere where I am, and they are now helping hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of people. And I can do that. And guys, when I came home, man, it was like somebody lit a fire under my butt, because for the first time, I understood that this right here can be a business. And I'll talk about, the different sort of paths for coaching, but it can be a business. There are lots of people out there that have made it a business. Like the most local to us in Wexford is someone by the name, and you may have heard her, Melanie Mitro, who was a top coach in Beachbody for multiple years. Top 10 for multiple years. Guys, she's from Wexford. She's been coaching, I think, for 10 years. But she did all of that within maybe her first 5 years. She had a job that she retired from. A few years back, she retired her husband from it. They built their dream home. They're raising their 2 sons. Like, they're living this amazing, incredible life because they decided to go in on this business opportunity. Because here's the thing, after Emerald, you're still bringing in your commissions. So like everything that you sell to people, you're bringing in 25% commission. But here's the thing, you're also earning residual income. So basically what that means is that if somebody is on a monthly subscription for Shakeology, every time they order Shakeology, I'm getting that residual income over and over and over again. Just like Cam is getting that from me for all of, the products that I buy on a monthly basis. And, once you are making your Emerald, then you need to shoot for the next spot, which is Diamond. Okay, so what Diamond means is that I'm now putting 4 coaches on my right leg, and I'm putting 4 coaches on my left leg. But then a coach on the right leg has to be an Emerald, so they need 2 coaches. And a coach on the left leg has to be an Emerald, so 2 coaches. And as soon as I found that out, and I was like, okay, I can start earning more money by becoming a Diamond. I will earn an even bigger bonus, plus the commission, plus the residual income. Plus, if I sign coaches, like I'm getting a bonus of $40 to $50 every time I sign a coach. So that is adding up, adding up, adding up. And I hit diamond. I believe I hit diamond within 2 months after I got back from Indianapolis. I hit diamond because I was just like, this is it. I can do this. Blinders on. I am focused. And honestly, I was pretty much doing it by myself. Not saying I didn't have the support from like my coach, but there wasn't really a whole lot, going on around me in the form of support. And I was just like, if I can't figure it out, I'll look it up. And if I can't find it online somewhere, I'll reach out to somebody else, but I'm going to figure this out. And then I had a meeting at the end of August with somebody that was called my corporate mentor. Who knew? I got one of those, but I did. And that's essentially somebody from corporate. Once you reach a certain level in the company, which was diamond, they meet with you and they kind of strategize with you and say like, what are your goals? What do you want to do with this business? Are you content at diamond or do you want to, go further? And I was like, heck yeah, I want to go further. Like, what can I do? And in that meeting, she's like, I just need you to know the opportunity that is out there with the income from Beachbody. And she said, the coach that was the top coach that year, Ashley Molstead, she said, in the month of, I think it was July, she said, Ashley earned $142,000. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, I will never make $142,000 at the end of my teaching career, teaching 30 years. Never. I'm not even going to break the 100 mark, people. And she made that in 1 month from helping people on their health and fitness journeys. That is what she did. She was building her team. She was bringing on other people that believed in the products, in the business, in the fitness programs, in the nutrition plans. That's what she was doing. And she was freaking successful, obviously, if she was the top coach in the company. And I was just like, tell me what I need to do. And she said to me, she said, first of all, in order to be beyond a diamond, which is a 1-star diamond, it just goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so basically what you need to do is you need to create another diamond. And I was like, well, how the heck do I do that? So what she said was, okay, have you signed your husband up as a coach yet? And I said, no. She's like, all right, you should have signed him up as your first coach ever. And I was like, didn't know that. That was my rookie mistake right there. But she said, okay, you need to sign your husband up as a coach and you are essentially going to help him build a team. But I need you to do this by November. It was like 16th. She said, so that you can earn the leadership conference invite in Los Angeles the following February. So 2020. And I was like, I don't know what all that means, but just tell me what I need to do and I'm going to do it. So what I did was I came home. I filled Dave in on the game plan. I said, okay, you're going to be a part of this with me. Like, I'm building you a team. And essentially I duplicated myself. I went out and I started just recruiting coaches. Some were family members, some were friends. I was recruiting. And by November 16th, I hit 1-star diamond. With that, you need to hold that rank for 6 weeks. So I had to hold it until it was right before the new year. I almost slipped a couple times. It was the most stressful 6 weeks ever. I felt like I was juggling lots of balls up in the air, but I wanted it so bad because I knew that if I made it to that leadership conference, I would get to be around people that were just exploding in this company. And I would get to meet all of the people from corporate. And I would get to meet all of these speakers who were top coaches and hear from all of them. And it was just so exciting. And Beachbody was going to pay for me to go there. And I was like, I have to do it. And I got that invite. I hit 1 star. I held it. And in February of 2020, before the world literally shut down, I went to LA, and it was the best experience ever. In the meantime, I was continuing to earn income. I will tell you guys, there has not been one Thursday that I haven't earned income. Not one. Not one. So yes, you can earn money in this business if you're willing to put in a little bit of work. And I will tell you, that work can be done in 1 hour a day if you are effective with it. Does it have to be one solid hour? No. Can it be in pockets of time? Absolutely. Like now when I'm off, I can work in a 1 hour block of time. When I'm in school, I do it in like 10 minutes here. Like maybe, as soon as my lunch starts, I sit back for 10 minutes and kind of do a little bit of work. When I get off of work, before I go pick up my kids, I do a little bit more. Maybe like when the kids go to bed, I'm sitting on my couch, I do a little bit more. But essentially, it can be done in 1 hour of time every single day if you are efficient, if you are deliberate, and if you plan it out. Now, can it be several hours if you're mindlessly doing all of the other stuff? Yes, but I can help you to get it in that 1 hour every single day. Okay, so I digress. So what happened was, because I was, on fire with that, what that led me to do was earn my first trip. So within my first 11 months as a Beachbody coach, I hit the rank of 1 star, which was crazy. I earned a trip to Punta Cana for me and another guest. And I earned the trip to LA. Guys, I know I keep going back to teaching. I've never earned anything. Nothing. I get the typical water bottle, coffee mug, umbrella, lunch bag. I've earned now 2 trips. I earned that free ticket to Summit. I earned the meet and greets, all from just helping people. That's all I was doing. I wasn't doing anything magical. I was basically just sharing what was working for me, and people saw it was working for me because I was showing up and showing them. I was being proof of the product, and that is what we as coaches do. We are here to serve others and be a proof that the product works. You can't get up there and be like, well, I don't follow the nutrition plans. Hate Shakeology. It's disgusting. I don't do any of the workouts. I think they're garbage, and expect people to want to join you. I am living this journey every single day. I have done every program that there is. I have followed and continue to follow the nutrition plans. I use the products, and there are products I don't use. And you know what? I'm still knowledgeable about them, and I say why I don't use them. You don't have to use every single thing that Beachbody puts out there. You just need to be like a little knowledgeable about it. But guys, I'm telling you, this journey for me has been so incredible, and that is why I wanted to share with you what has, unfolded from January 3rd, 2019, when I made that decision. But you don't necessarily have to follow the path that I'm following. And that's what I'm going to talk about quickly, the 3 paths you can take with a new one coming up. So you can just be a discount coach, which a lot of you in here are that. You really like the products. You order it every month, especially if you're on Shakeology every month. It doesn't make any sense for you to not be a discount coach because you're saving every single month. You want access to the new programs that come out. So people call themselves a discount coach. With any of the levels of coaching, you do pay a business fee every single month, and that's $15.95. That is paid monthly, comes out of your, account, because you do have a website that you can send to people. You are earning income. You do give them your social security number because, you are earning income. You are running a business. So that is your business fee that covers all of those things on top of the customer support that you get along the way as coaches. Or your next path could be something called a hobby coach. So it's basically like this. You like the products, Maybe you share the products with like, some of your family members, a couple of your friends. You're not necessarily like putting stuff out there on maybe Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, or doing stories. You're just kind of like, maybe like your mom buys some Shakeology. Your sister does, the new Shaun T program with you, and you're earning a little bit of money. Maybe it's enough to even cover like the Shakeology you order every single month. That's a hobby coach. Okay. The next one is going to be the business coach, the business builder. So you're essentially wanting to do what I'm doing and beyond. You are wanting to build a team. You are wanting to earn income weekly that is going to be residual, that is going to be built up over time. You are, seeing this as something that you could do long term, that you can bring in more money, that you can help as many people as possible, that you want to help as many people as possible by, sharing your story with them, by sharing the products, by sharing the programs, by, telling people what's working for you, supporting them. Maybe you start a challenge group. You are all in on this. And that is what a business builder does. And honestly, guys, when you're a business builder, the sky is the limit. And the income works if you work. If you don't, you're not going to see anything. It's just like, a lot of other jobs, that might be commission based, but the thing is every person that signs up as a Beachbody coach going to be making $1 million? No. Is every person that signs up as a Beachbody coach going to be top 10 in the company or a 5-star or elite or any of those things? No. It depends on how much work you put in. And that's defined by what you want out of this business. But now there's a fourth path that is going to be coming out next month that I talked a little bit about, and that is called preferred customer membership. And what that is that as a preferred customer, you can get the VIP perks of a coach without being a coach. You're going to be considered a preferred member. So what does that mean? It means that you will get the 25% discount off on products, which is what coaches get. You will get early access to the programs that come out, which, you may know this, you may not. When the programs come out, they normally come out 3 weeks before they launch to customers. So that's kind of like a little bonus for us that we get to try the programs before customers get to try them. What it doesn't do, it doesn't require you to do anything. Like, you don't have to, generate volume. You don't have to sign up coaches. You don't have to do anything on like the businessy side of things. But what you will pay instead is a preferred customer membership fee, which is $15.95. Now, here's the thing though. What it does do is if you sign up as a preferred member, you actually get placed on one of my legs. It's kind of like it's just a placeholder there for you. You just get placed there. And if one day you decide you want to be a coach, you want to transition over, you want to build the business, you already have your position. You don't lose anything. So it's actually a bonus to be there, which is pretty incredible. So that is like the perk. This is going to be launching sometime early August. I think it's either August 6th, August 8th, somewhere along those lines. But it doesn't require anything from you. You don't have to give your social security number because you're not running a business. You won't have a website, but you also won't be able to sell products. You won't make any commission. You won't generate any volume. Like, you won't do any of the things that we as coaches are able to do, but you will get your 25% off on products, and you will get that early access to programs. Plus you will have that, leg there that you can have in case one day you decide you want to be a coach. I think that might be everything I wanted to tell you. But if there's something I missed, if there's something that, maybe you've been wondering about, guys, just reach out to me or drop the question here or whatever. Or if you want to talk on the phone, if you want to meet, if you want to do a Zoom call, whatever. I am like an open book when it comes to this, and I will share whatever with you. I will tell you that coaching has not only kept me more accountable on my own health journey, but it has, really helped our family financially. And I'm not saying this to, brag or anything like that, but I just want you to know kind of what is out there that you can work with. Because obviously I'm not making $136,000 in a month. But I will tell you this, with the launch of the new programs, with Let's Get Up and with 645, June and July, and we're still a little bit in it, May and June were two of my biggest months in income. I generated a little over $1,200 each month. And guys, think about that. Like, what would an extra $1,200 a month do for you and your family? What would an extra $500 a month do for you and your family? Because that's what it used to be. Like, that is what I would bring in. And it was huge. Like, it was something that we were using to pay toward credit cards, to pay toward, student loan, to pay the car payment for the month. And I wasn't having to go and get a part-time job somewhere else. Dave wasn't having to go and get a part-time job somewhere else and be away from the family and go work in the evening sometime where I would be missing, the kids' activities. Now I can sit at a baseball game. I can, create a post, put it out there. I could send a few invites out to people. I can respond to a couple messages while I'm doing something with my kids, while I'm at the pool, while I'm in the car heading to vacation. And that is something that I've been afforded because I said yes to that opportunity January 3rd, 2019. So if this is something at all that has been on your radar, or maybe you're a person that you did sign up as a discount coach and you're like, you know what, maybe I want to learn how to share this with other people. Maybe earn some extra money. Maybe I do want to bring on some coaches and try to, build a team and earn some extra money for my family. Maybe it's the fact that, you have 2 full-time jobs like my husband and I do. And it was like that feeling of living paycheck to paycheck all the time. We're like, how is this possible when we have 2 really good jobs? Like, how is that possible? And now we've been able to have that extra money to put towards vacations, to put towards bills, and not feel like we are drowning. So, if that's something that is speaking to you, please don't let more time go by like I did. Because I'm going to tell you what, guys, in this next quarter here, with Beachbody Interactive coming out, with the Mixed Fitness Bike, which we as coaches are going to earn commission on, with the Job One program that's coming out in December, there is going to be a lot of opportunity for growth. And on top of it all, with Beachbody going public, people have their eyes on this company and they want to be a part of it. So if there is any time to consider this coaching opportunity, it is literally now. So if you have questions, if you want to talk at all, please message me. I hope that I, gave you information. I hope I helped in some way, and I hope you guys have a good night.